Hi friends, welcome to today's piano tutorial. My name is Josh and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song Sweet Nothing by Taylor Swift off of her new album Midnights. This is a fun and cute little song to play and I really encourage you to give it a shot. It's not too difficult, there's just a few chords and a little melody you gotta learn. So let's get into it, let's look at what we're going to learn today. So yeah, that there is going to be the basic structure of the majority of the song. Sometimes you can just play that little melody on top of the chords, and sometimes you can kind of just play the chords a little more rhythmically to kind of vary the sound throughout the song. Now there is one other section that I'm going to teach you, which is going to be the bridge, and we'll get to that later in the video. But first, let's start by looking at those chords. So first of all, this song is going to be in the key of C major, which means that we're going to be only using white keys. That should keep it nice and simple, all right? But here, starting our chord progression, we're actually going to be starting on an F chord. So we'll play this here in the left hand. Let's play F, A, and C. All right. And now what you're going to be seeing is that with this bottom note, we're going to be walking down towards that one chord of C, okay, in each chord. And on top, in the thumb here, I'm just going to be playing C on every chord. So keep an eye out for that. All right. So starting here, we've got our F major chord. Now we're going to drop these two bottom notes to E and G, keep that C on top. This is a C major chord, but it's inverted. The C's on top and we have E in the bass, so we call this C over E, all right? Now for the next chord, we'll play D, F, A, and C, which is going to be a D minor 7. That's a normal D minor chord, but then when you add the C, it becomes a 7 chord. All right, D minor 7. And then lastly, we'll play our basic C major chord, which is C, E, G, and C. All right? So one more time through those chords. F, C over E, D minor, and C. All right? So now playing it in time, let's just count to 4 on each chord, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there you go. So in just a second, we'll take a look at the melody here in the right hand. But before that, let me just show you how you can add these chords in the right hand as well, and then play it a bit more rhythmically, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is, with my chord in the left hand, I'm just gonna play the exact same thing in the right hand, but 1 octave higher, okay? So like for the F chord is like this. And then, you kind of just walk down with all the same notes, okay? Bringing in a little bit of rhythm now, that'll sound like this. There you go, and you saw that one thing that I added there as we go from the C chord back to the F chord. It's just a little bit of a walk up there, okay? So you see, if we're on our C chord, then we're gonna walk up to D minor, E over C, C over E, excuse me, and then back to F. And that's just a nice little transition back to our start of our progression. All right, so now that you have the chords down, we can take a look at this melody here in the right hand. And the way I'm going to break it down is showing you how we're going to play the melody over each of these 4 chords. So starting with the F chord, the melody we're going to play sounds like this. All right, a little slower. All right, and if we're counting that, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, okay? Now, one thing you may notice here is that we're not playing straight 8th notes here. We're actually swinging it a little bit. If it was straight, it would sound like this. You hear how that sounds just a little bit more robotic there, but we're putting a bit of a swing into it, and that kind of changes the feel a lot. The other thing that I want to mention here is that as you're playing this melody, try to keep it like light and playful and really match the mood of the song with your playing. Don't play hard and heavy. Play with like a little bit of bounce almost in your right hand there. And that really helps make the song feel, you know, like she meant it to sound there. So, all right, so back to that melody now. As you see, we put that over the F chord and that sounds like this. We're gonna repeat this exact same melody for our C over E chord. All right, so those first two lines, exactly the same in the right hand. Now in the third line, I'm actually gonna wanna arrange my fingers kind of like this, with my middle finger here on the C, and then I'm gonna go up to D and E here with those fingers, and then down to A and G, okay? And that melody sounds like this. It'll start very similar, 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. So as you're ending the second line here, your thumb is going to be on C, so what I like to do then is then jump down to my middle finger for that third line, okay? Putting that over the left hand, 1, 2, 3, E4, E and. And then on the last chord, which is going to be our C major, all we're going to be playing is this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and simple. We're just going to go down to A, G, we're going to cross over to E, and then back to G. And the reason that we're going to cross over to E there is because in the third line, we play this, and then it's natural for us to come down, and then cross over, then come back up to G, and then restart the melody back on C. Go back to C, okay? All right, let's put that entire melody together and play it slowly here. Here we go. And then we'll just repeat that. All right, so that's everything for the melody. Now there is one other section that I have to teach you, and that's gonna be the bridge, and there's just a couple different chords that you're gonna play here for the bridge, all right? So we're gonna start here with an F chord, and just to mix up the sound, I'm gonna be playing it an octave lower here. So I'm just gonna play F in the left hand, F, A, and C. All right. Next up, we're gonna go to a new chord now, which is gonna be G. So G, G, B, D. Then we'll go up to C major, so C, G, C, E, and then A minor, A, C, and E. And we're just going to be playing that progression 4 times at this bridge with one small exception, and that's going to be in the second line. So let me show you. First line, play it as is. Second line, we start off exactly the same. But on our final chord, instead of playing A minor, we'll go now down to E minor. And all that is going to be E in the left hand, G, B, and E. Okay? And then in the third and fourth lines, we're going to continue with our same progression. All right, playing that bridge all together one time for you, that sounds like this. Alright, there it is. That wraps up this tutorial of Sweet Nothing by Taylor Swift. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you can support me by leaving a like on this video, leaving a comment down below, and hitting that subscribe button so that you will be notified every time I post a new video. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.